Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, July 14th, and today is the Monday recap, where we'll basically go over where we stand heading into the week for the YieldMax funds, TSLY, CONY, NVDY, MSTY, SMCY, and PLTY. I apologize in advance for the voice, but yep, it's slowly recovering. We'll get there, but hopefully we'll get there. Hopefully we'll get through this video. Actually, let me take a sip of water. It sounded better yesterday, but again, this is early morning. Takes time. Anyway, so first we'll look at the pre-market. Tesla is up 1%, not bad. TSLY's up 0.52%. NVIDIA is up 0.44%. NVIDY is up 0.35%. Coinbase is up 1.57%. CONY is up 1.53%. MSTR is up 2.97%. MSTY is up 2.17%. TSLY is up 2.13%. TNA is the only red thing I've seen so far. It's down 0.86%. Bitcoin is blowing up, man. It's freaking nuts. It's at 122,000. So obviously every day now it seems like a new all-time high. But it's showing that it's up 2.65%. BitX obviously is going to do well. It's up 6.76%. Soxel is down 1.5%. SMCY is down 0.41%. SMCY is down 0.1%. Palantir is down as well, but it's only down 0.06%. PLTY is down 0.06%. UPRO is down. Okay, another index down. It's down 0.89%. And TQQQ is down 0.8%. So I guess the indexes are down. But, Tesla, Bitcoin, some of the others are not. So, take that for what it's worth. All right, let's just get to where we stand heading into this week. Obviously, yesterday I got caught up. I did the typical Saturday morning video that I would have done. I did that on the Sunday. And I also combined it with the guesstimate video. So I know it was over an hour long, but I ended up just combining the whole thing. It's all in one video. So if you want to check that out, I will pin that to the top of the comments. Real quick, I'm just going to look at the 30-day IV. It's looking to be at 51.72%, which is about a 1% increase, from Friday, which is good. MSTR funds, we covered all that. Reaction, I'm back to work today. It's very unfortunate. Full week. In fact, it's within this week, I have a full 3-day meeting. Imagine that. So wish me luck on that. Good God. Group D declares in 16 days on July 30th. All right, payment information. This wasn't updated before. Let's see if it's working. Okay. So we got synthetic income. That totals to be 189 mil. Weeklies, that's $100 million loss. Total net income, 88.6 mil. That's a total net income per share of 35 cents. The weeklies are generating, again, negative amounts, so we can't really cover that for the Rotometer. We mentioned the total net income being 35 cents. I think all this is obviously going to change for the better now that we're, the synthetic is making bank, brah. I know it doesn't sound the same with this groggy voice, but it's still bank, brah. Incoming bank, brah. The IV is 52%, so if they pay based on that, that's 88 cents. But the important number here will be gains, especially after today. We'll see where we end up. But right now, we're already up $2.13. And if they paid that, that would be a 126% yield. Not saying they're going to pay that, but again, I'm just saying if they did, that's what that would yield. Would be nice to get back to a $2 payment, right? All right, so MSTY, in case you're wondering, they have 5 synthetic positions, 385, two 385s, 2 390s, and a 395. MSTR price is sitting at 434, and it's still going up. So those synthetics are going to do well once they decide to close them. Obviously, I didn't go over the expiration dates, but Two of them expire on 8/15, and then we have three for 9/19. No rush, but again, MSTR is flying up so high that they're probably going to roll some of them. How about our weeklies? Heading into this week, I mean, this is for sure scatter to do. And like I said yesterday, I don't have the Scooby-Doo voice in me, but let me try. Scatter to do. Yeah, not bad. Anyway, the lowest strike is 422.50. That's 2.78% in the money. The highest strike is a 460. That is 5.85% out of the money. So, yeah, I don't know, man. MSTR, it's flying high. So they're going to have to take the hit on some of these and roll those suckers up to take advantage of some upside. Because I don't know what's going on with Bitcoin and if it's going to slow down, but hey, we'll see. Here's the synthetic. Obviously, you could see the various synthetics worth money. If they close out the 8/15s, that's 67 cents per share right there. But obviously, it looks like the big money is in the 9/19s because that's the majority of the contracts, right? You see up here, 76,000 contracts is in the 390 for 9/19. So that makes $1.44. But we'll see. You know, they'll do something. The value of the MSTY fund is 5.6 bill. The NAV is 22.10, and the trade price is 22.07. They're currently holding 131,915 synthetic contracts. They're selling calls on approximately 87% of those. So as much as we say we are capped, or we may be capped on some of those covered calls, there's about 12 to 13% that, you know, will get the full entire upside. So, you know, that's looking good right there. So, hey, we'll see. Because imagine if they close out, take the hit on the covered calls, you know, maybe they just leave it alone, right? And they let, say, 20% not have any calls on it. I don't know. We'll see. Because, again, this Bitcoin bull run, who the hell knows when it's going to stop? It just seems to be keep going. IMST, I did update. They have, obviously, covered calls, and in red, you'll see the covered calls, which, you know, they're mostly in the money for the most part. They got two barely out of the money, then two in the money. I think those were pre-existing, though. Now, they're all in the 400s, so they may be new. And then at the top, there's a buy call in there. It's almost like somewhat of a credit call spread, or it's like an additional synthetic. I don't know. It's a 400 buy call, long call. But it has an expiration date of this Friday, so maybe they just added that to capture more upside. I'm not quite sure. But overall, they have 2,135 synthetics, and they sell calls on about 62% of them. Yeah, so their price is sitting at, what, $54? All good, all good. But their outstanding shares keep going down. It seems like people are selling out of the fund. MS2... obviously they're selling calls as well, and they're in the money. But you know, look, they're not even updated. I mean, I updated this for no reason. I didn't even see the 7-11 expiration. So yeah, they're always a day behind in updating their freaking spreadsheet. So they got to get with it, man. MST, I did update. Again, this is a different type of fund, but they have a swap, they buy calls, and they sell calls, right? So they're selling calls. Sorry, man. They're selling calls on about 71% of that position, of the long call position. No puts here. So it's a different type of strategy. And I did update their distribution here. They did pay out 27 cents. I think this was declared last week. And that was a 92% yield. Then they declare again this week. Again, this is a weekly payer. So, again, I don't do much coverage on this. Just very brief overview on the holdings. All right. Last but not least, let's get to the, for at least YieldMax coverage, the other funds. TSLY, they have a 290 and a 295 synthetic on Tesla. Tesla's at 313, and we saw it's up in the pre-market. They're selling calls. Some of them are in the money, so they vary from 307.50, which is 1.92% in the money, to a 327.50, which is 4.46% out of the money. But they, unlike MSTY, they do have credit call spreads. So if they do get blown through, those will help offset the damage on the upside. If they decide to close out some of these early, they can cash out some of those green calls. All right. The value of the TSLY fund is 1.2 bill. The NAV is 772. Trade price 771. Synthetic on the paper is worth 60 cents, so that's all good. 30-day IV, 55%. IV estimate based on that, 33 cents. Income estimates in the negative. I updated that, but yeah, you can see it's in the negative. But again, they just declared, so they have 23 days to make this crap up. If they cash out their synthetic, obviously they could be in a different spot. But we'll see, man. It's early and Tesla's, it's kind of moving. So we shall see. Birds are out. Going to be a nice summer day. Great day to go to work, right? Not. All right, so how's NVDY doing? They got two synthetics. They got a 130 and they got a 146. And NVIDIA is sitting at 164. So obviously this synthetic, their two synthetics are very valuable at the moment. Obviously, yeah, they're selling calls. They got three strikes, though, 167.50, which is 1.56% out of the money, and a 172.50, which is 4.6% out of the money. So three strikes, they're all out of the money, but, not by a lot. But, hey, better to be all out of the money than, like, some of these that are in the money. The value of NVIDIA sits at almost 1.8 bill. The NAV is 1735, trade price 1736. Synthetic, as we said, is very valuable. It's worth 300 million, which comes to about 290 per share. Their 30-day IV for NVIDIA is 35%. IV estimate based on that, 48 cents. Income estimate, again, this is how much recognized income already that they made during this cycle, is 77 cents, which if they paid that out, that would be a 57% yield. And by the way, Group B declares in 2 days on Wednesday morning. So stay tuned for that. All right, up next, your boy Coneheads. Yeah, see, I can still do that, kind of. Never. All right, anyway, CONY, they got 330 synthetic and a 360. It's only going to get better because freaking Bitcoin. Obviously, coin kind of moves with Bitcoin too. Coin's currently at 387.06. That's the Friday close number. Obviously, you saw the pre-market going up. No, Google Sheets does not have pre-market live updates, unfortunately, which would be pretty sweet if they ever did. I don't think they can handle that, to be honest. Their covered calls are probably going to get blown through, or at least some of these are. They have a 387.50. That's 0.11% out of the money. And that goes all the way up to 415, which is 7.22% out of the money. Not bad. Not a bad cushion, though. But we'll see how the day goes. We'll see how the week goes. The value of the CONY fund is 1.4 bill. The NAV is 982. Trade price, the same synthetic, is worth about 142 mil. That's 97 cents per share on paper. 30-day IV of coin is 67%. IV estimate based on that, 51 cents. Income estimate, 64. Not bad. And they're part of Group C. They declare not this week, but next week on July 23rd. I think I'm off next week. SMCY, how you doing? Well, they got a synthetic. They got a synthetic 45. SMCY sits at 49. So their synthetic is very pretty at the moment. Cover call wise, they got three strikes, 51, 52, 54, 3, 5, and 9% out of the money. So that's actually a really good spot. I do recall them being down in the pre-market. So hey, they're fine right now. The value of the SMCY fund is 288 mil. The NAV is 2002. Trade price 2007. Someone asked me in the comments, can you replace SMCY with HOY? I'll leave that up to you guys to let me know. But yeah, I could. If I cover HOY, yes, I have to drop someone. And this is the lowest net asset value fund. So obviously this would probably be the one to go. But you guys got to let me know based on your feedback. Synthetic on paper is worth about $1.83, which again, not bad at all, man. 30-day IV, 75%. IV estimate based on that, 116. Income estimate in the negative, so blah, blah, blah. Group D declares, though, in 16 days on July 30th. All right, last but not least, PLTY, what do we got here? How you doing? Actually, not that fantastic like the others. Their synthetics at only 140 and Palantir's at 142. However, their synthetic expires September 19th. Weekly call wise, how you doing? Well, we got a 146 lowest strike, 2.74% out of the money. And then we got three other strikes, 147, 148, 149, all the way up to 4.86% out of the money. So, hey, we'll see. The value of PLTY fund is 690 mil. The NAV is 6610. Trade price around the same, 6616. Guesstimate for fun. I guess I'll just leave that there. Obviously, that's not the guesstimate I gave. You'll see that in the video or my X post. The synthetic on the paper is worth about $1.57, so actually not too bad. 30-day IV, 67%. IV estimate based on that, 343. Income estimate sits at 988. So if they paid out 988, you'd get 194% yield. You're not getting 988, so dream on, buddy. Group B declares in 2 days, and you'll know by then, so don't worry. All right, so that's the recap, the Monday recap, the good old Monday recap. And I could show you my options trades in case you guys care as well. Obviously, as MSTY goes up, maybe I could sell a covered call because my lowest cost basis is 23, and I could sell a covered call at 23. Is that a smart idea in a Bitcoin bull run? Maybe not. I don't know, but yeah, again, I may or may not. I don't know. We'll see. I said I would, but you know, as you see Bitcoin moving like this, it's like, okay, no thank you. But hey, money's money, right? However you get it. All right, if I scroll over here, yeah, I got to gray these out. Anything that, you know, obviously expired worthless should be grayed out, which I guess I can here, right? I do this. Let me scroll up. It's the fourth one in. There you go. That way it's easier to look at. And I should actually hide them too. But whatever. What do I got for this week? I have a $12 put that actually it expires the following week, so that can just sit there. And then I got another put that expires on the next week, and then another call for the next week. So the only thing that expires this week is a $13 call, which could be in danger if Tesla continues to go up. So, you know, I own, well, how many covered calls do I have? Yeah, I got two. Okay. So I own 700 shares again of TSLL, and 200 have covered calls. So if TSLL goes up today, you damn right I'm selling covered calls. TNA, obviously I probably have to gray out some of this too. Yeah, so from 112 all the way up, gray these out, because I did cover these previously, and they all either expired or I rolled them. But now we're just sitting at 2 covered calls. But again, TNA is looking red, and these calls are in the money, so that's actually kind of a good thing. So if TNA really keeps going down, I can make a decision to close these early, or I can, well, actually the 815 won't be too cheap to close early. TNA would have to really go down, but I don't know. Or I could just sell puts or do both. Right now, again, I have 300 shares of TNA and 200 covered calls. That's it. Again, fresh week, Monday. I'm not going to be able to trade Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday because I'll be stuck in all-day meetings. So today's the day. I really got to make most of my goal income, which, as you guys know, it's $389. And, you know, if I try to make $389 in one day, obviously I'm going to be pushing it. But, hey, it is what it is, man. You know, when work gets in the way, what can you freaking do? But, hey, we'll see, man. We'll see. All right, so that's it for the Monday recap. Nothing crazy there. Just happy to be back with you guys. And again, I apologize for not posting the video Saturday or morning Sunday. But again, I did post it Sunday afternoon live at a different time, which I know the West Coasters appreciated. And it's something for me to keep in mind too. Like on occasion, maybe do a video in in the afternoon instead of the morning. I don't know, man. You know, not often, but maybe on occasion, just for them. All right, guys. So as always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, and this video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, come back tomorrow. Maybe I'll be more entertaining because I'll have a better voice. Again, I don't want to put up no high notes with this type of voice. You don't know what it probably won't sound too great. But yeah, back to work today. You guys, some of you too, I assume. But if not, you know, enjoy your day. All right, if you guys enjoy this content, please hit the like button. And yeah, if you have any questions, leave in the comments below. I forgot what to say. Outside of that, I got nothing but a keyword. Ain't nothing but a keyword. So today's keyword, I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. It's back to work. So if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, you got to type in the keyword down below. The keyword that goes down below in the comments, if you want to prove it to myself and others that you made it this far in the video, you have to type in back to work, because you're going back to work today. Yep, so am I. It is what it is, man. We're not retired yet, but we're getting there. All right, I'm out of here. I just want to say, guys, thank you for watching and enjoy your week and your day and all that. All right, later.